Hi guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever and wherever you're watching this video from. Welcome to Nostech Academy. In this video, we are going to answer question 11 of 2024 Mathematics GCE Paper 2. Alright, so if you are new to this channel, please consider subscribing and also liking the video. Okay, so without wasting much of the time, we are going to answer question 11A and 11B. Okay, this question is divided into two. By the way, this is statistics. All right, and the statistics is divided into two. According to this, there is standard deviation, and there is this part which you are supposed to solve on a sheet of graph paper. Okay, so let's start with the standard deviation here. Okay, so we're going to solve this part on this plain paper. Okay, so we're going to say, so there are two methods you can use to solve standard deviation. There is a table method and the formula method. So in this video, we're going to use the formula method. Okay, now when you look at the type of data here, this is grouped data. Okay, it is grouped data. There is a range from 10 to 20, 20 to 30, up to 70 to 80. So this is what? This is grouped data. All right, we are given the total frequency or total learners here as 50. The frequency table shows the distribution of marks obtained by 50 learners in a mathematics test. Okay, so when you add frequency here, we should have 50. It should be equal to what? It should be equal to 50. When you add 3 plus 7 plus 12, 15, 8, 3, and 2, should be equal to 50. Now, since I said we are going to use the formula method, let's begin. So this is 11A. So we're going to say standard deviation is equals to, okay, the square root. This is the formula, the square root of the summation of fx squared over summation of f, which is frequency, minus x, the mean, x bar, close bracket, squared. Close bracket, squared. Okay, this is the square root. All right. So to find, so we're going to first find the mean. Let's find the mean, which is x bar here. So the formula for finding the mean is summation of fx over summation of what? Of f. Now, when you analyze data here, f is frequency, okay? X is the midpoint. Then summation of f, this is total frequency now, which is 50. Okay, now let's begin. Using this formula, we're going to say x bar is equals to, what is the mean? The frequency here, which is f. The frequency is 3 multiplied by, we're going to multiply 3 by the midpoint. So I usually tell students to write like this, so that you don't make mistakes. First, write all the frequencies. Okay, just 3, you can write 3 multiplied by open bracket plus 7 multiplied by open bracket close plus 12 multiplied by the midpoint, of which we will substitute later on, plus 15 multiplied by open close bracket plus 8 open close plus 3 open bracket close plus 2. open bracket, then close bracket, divided by total frequency, which is 50. Okay, 50. Now let's substitute the midpoint. This is grouped data. So what is the midpoint between 10 and 20? You add 10 plus 20, which is 30. 30 divided by 2, it is 15. So just add 5 to the first number. This 10 plus 5, 15. 20 plus 5 will be 25. 35, 45 will be our midpoints. Okay. So we're going to say between 10 and 20, it is 15. Then we're going to add 5 to 20, it will be 25. 25. 30 plus 5, 35. Then you have 45, 55, 65, 75. Okay, 75. So you can punch everything here on top on the calculator. You can say x bar is equals to. So when you punch everything in the calculator, it will be like this. Okay. So everything then is equals to 2100 is giving me 2100. Can you just confirm on your calculator as well? So 2100 divided by 50. Okay, so the same answer divided by 50, we're going to have 42. Wow. So the mean is equals to 42. Now take note, this is the mean. Okay, let me just write it here. This is the mean. Okay, now when you look at the formula here, on the formula, there is the square here. There is this one which is squared. So meaning, we can also write mean squared, of which we're going to square this 42. 42 squared. All right. So 42 squared, is giving me, so which is x bar squared, is giving me 1764. 42 squared, 1764. So this is this part here. So let's now calculate this part. Now you notice that this part is very simple. This part is very, very simple. Why am I saying this? Because, let me just write it here, this side. It is summation of fx over summation of frequency. Okay, do like this. Frequency is equals to, copy the way it is everything here. Okay, so we're going to copy this part here. Okay, like this. Okay, so I've copied the way it is everything here. If you look at the first one, is 315, 725, 1235, 1545, 855, 365, 275 divided by 50. But we need, this one is supposed to be squared. By the way, f of x is squared. So we need the x should be squared, the midpoint. So this is the midpoint here. So to the numbers that are in brackets, we're going to square them. That is the only difference here, like this, like this, like this, okay, like this. Okay, we're going to square them. Then let's put everything in the calculator. Okay, so this on the calculator, it will look like this. Okay, what is the first number here? 3. You can see this is 315 to the power 2 plus 7, 25 to the power 2 plus 12, 35 to the power 35 to the power 2. Okay, like this. So everything here, then I'm going to punch the equal sign. So this is giving me 98,250. Okay? It's giving me 98,200 what? 50 divided by 50. So when you divide by 50, we are going to have 1,965. 1,965. What is this figure? This figure, it is the summation of fx squared over summation of frequency. Okay, total frequency. Now, having found the mean x squared and also the summation, this party, we can calculate the standard deviation. We can write SD is equals to the square root of the summation of fx squared minus x mean squared over summation of f, the square root. Now, let's substitute what we have. When you substitute here, this part inside, so we're going to say square root, this part inside is 1,965 minus this mean here, the mean inside, it is what? 42. Then the mean squared is 1,764. Okay. So when you subtract inside there, 1,965 minus 1,764, we're going to have 210. Okay, 200 what? 210. All right. Then let's find the square root of what? Of 200 what? 210. The square root of 210 is 14.1774468787878. Now, when you round this one off to two significant figures, we're going to have 14. To three significant figures, we're going to have 14.2 because this 7 is greater than 5. So we're going to add 1 to the this one and it becomes what? 2. So it is 14.2 as the standard what? As our standard deviation. So that's the answer to the first question here. Okay, question 1. Let's now go to question what? Question 2. Okay, so the second part of this question is saying, answer this part of the question on a sheet of graph paper. The first question is saying, using the information in the table above, copy and complete the cumulative frequency table below. So this is the cumulative frequency table. So we need to copy it and completing it. So on the graph like this, okay, like this. Now, on the first part here is there is 0, so let's put the numbers that are already here. There is 0 here, 3, 10, 22. So what do we do? So this is how we add, okay? Look at the distribution of marks in the frequency table here, not cumulative, but just the frequency table. So the distribution of marks are like this. 3, 7. So what you add is 0 plus the first number here. 0 plus 3 is giving us 3. 3 plus 7 is giving us 10. 10 plus 12 is giving us 15. 10 plus 12 is giving us 22. 22 plus 15 is giving us 37. So here we're going to write 37. Okay? Then the same 37 plus what? Plus 8. 7 plus 8 is 45. Then 45 plus The last one is what? And you have 3 boxes. Let me check. Okay, so we have 45 is where 60 is. So we're going to add 45 plus 3 is 48. Okay, 48. 48 plus 2 here is 50. The last number here should be equal to the total frequency, which is 50. So this one is correct. Okay. Now let's answer the second part, which is part 2 on our graph. Here we can write question 2. All right, question 2. They're saying, using a scale of 2 centimeters to represent 10 marks on the x-axis, from 0 to 80, then 2 centimeters represent 5 units on the y-axis. Okay, so these are the units. Now, what I usually tell you, this is, by the way, the Zambia Standard Graph paper. Start from the second last corner here. Okay? Start from here. Now, when you start from here, in the x-axis, we are told that 2 centimeters to represent 10 units. Then the range should be 0 to 80. So, we're going to say, you need to have 10 to represent, 2 to represent 10. So, you need to have 8 boxes. So, if here is 0, then here is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Because it is 2 centimeters to represent 10 marks. Okay, so here we can write 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, finally 80 there. Okay, then in the x-axis, that's where you have the marks. Okay, that's where you have the marks in the x-axis. So we can write here marks. Okay, marks represented by x there. Then in the y-axis here, we are told that it is 2 centimeters to represent 5 units, and we should end on what? 50. 2 to represent 5 units. So we are going to say 2 to represent 5. This is 2 centimeters. So here it is 5. 5 plus 5, 10. 10 plus 5, 15. 20. 25. 30. 35. 40. 45, 50 here. Okay, 50. Then here we're going to write cumulative frequency. All right, like this. Okay, cumulative frequency. Cumulative frequency. Then, okay, like this. So now let's start plotting using the coordinates here. Okay, so the coordinates that are on top, number that are on top here, these represent the x-axis. Then here on the cumulative frequency represent the y-axis. So the first one, of course, it is 10, 0. Okay, 10, 0. So 10 is here. 10 is here, and 0 is just the way where 10 is, the same place here. Y is 0 here. Oh, by the way, let's draw the x or y plane first. Okay, so this is the x or y plane. This is how it looks when you draw the x or y axis. Now let's start plotting, or we continue plotting. The first one was 10, 0. Next is 20, 3. Okay, 20, 3. So 20 is here. Then what is 3? Listen, if let me explain using this paper. So listen, if it is 10 to represent 5 units, then you divide the unit, which is 5, over the 10. Okay, um the 10 boxes here. Okay, 10 boxes. So you divide the unit, which is 5, divided by 10 boxes, and we're going to divide 1, 2. So 1 unit is equal to 2 boxes. Okay, 2 boxes. So here we're going to say 2 boxes here is 1. So 1, 2, 3. So 3 is here. Let's prove if at all is going to be 5. 4, 5. So when say 20,3, it is here. Okay, this is where 20,3 is. Next coordinate is 30. It's 30,10. Okay, 30,10, we go on our graph. 30 is here and 10 is here, so it will be just like this. Simple as this. All right, the first coordinate is here, 10, then you have 3 at 10 here. Okay, next is next coordinate is 40,22. 40 here, 22. So 40,22, we're going to say 40,20 is here. 22, so it will be 4 boxes. 21, 22. So 22 is here. Okay, that's where 22 is. Next coordinate is 50, 50,37. Okay, so where 50 is here, then 37, 30 is here. Okay, 35 here, 35 is here. So 36 is here, 37. Okay, 37. Remember, 2 boxes represent 1 unit. Okay, like what we've discovered. Next coordinate is 60,45. 60,45. Let's go on the x-axis where 60 is. 60 is, this is where 60 is. 60,45. So 45, 60,45. 40 here, 45 is here. Okay, 45. Next is 70,48. So 70,48. On our graph, 70 is here. This is where 70 is. So go straight up to 48. So 45 is here. So 46, 47, 48. Let's prove if at all it's going to be 50 when we continue. 49, 50. So this is 48. The last coordinate is 80,50. 80 here. Then we go straight to where 50 is. So 80,50 is here. So these are the points. From here, going like this, here, this point here, this point up to 10 here. So let's draw a smooth curve. Let's draw a smooth smooth curve. Remember to use a pencil. Everything I'm doing on the graph paper should be done using a pencil. I'm using a pen because a pencil may not be visible to you. Okay? So, but I will start with a pencil, then okay, so let's just proceed anyway. From this point, using a free hand, not a ruler. Okay, like this. All right. Okay, like that. Then, is this a point? Is that 20,40? 40,20, 40,20. No, it's 22. So it's just here. Okay. This is a problem. Okay, let's proceed from this point to this point here. So we're remaining with 2 more points. here. Okay. Okay, this is where problem is. So make sure it's a smooth curve. Shouldn't have double lines. Okay, like this. Okay, this is the smooth what? Smooth curve. Okay, next question. So we're done with question 2. Let's go to the next question. Next question is showing your method clearly, use your graph to estimate the 70th percentile. Wow, 70th what? Percentile. So we're going to go on our graph here, and I'm going to do a little bit of calculations here. Let me just do a little bit of calculations. This is question 3. It's saying 70th percentile. Okay, 70th percentile is just the 70%. So what you do, you calculate 70%, which is percentage is out of 100, so it will be 70 over 100 multiplied by the total frequency, which is 50. Or you can go here, total cumulative frequency. Total cumulative frequency is here 1 or 5. 50, I mean, sorry. It is 50. Alright, so we're going to write here 50. Okay, so solving this 50 here 1, 50 here 2. 2 into 70, it is 35. This is not the answer, no. It's just telling us that we should go where the cumulative frequency is 35. 35 here. That's what 35 is. Then we're going to draw a straight line where 35 is here. Okay, like this. A straight line up to where it is touching, up to when it touches what? The curve. Alright? Immediately when it touches the curve, you drop it down to the x-axis. Okay? We want to know the 70% of our data. Okay? The 70% of our data. So when you go down, this is how it looks. Like this. So you can indicate here as the 70th percentile. 70th percentile. Now you check. You ask yourself, what is the value of x here? Okay. So in the x-axis, it is 10 boxes, or 2 centimeters to represent 10 units. Then how many boxes do we have? 10. Then the unit is 10. So it means that each box here is 1. So 20, 30, 40. This is 40. 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. So this is 48. Okay? 48. So you can come to your graph here. You write 48 marks. Okay? 48 marks. The 70th percentile is 48 what? 48 marks. Okay? Because here it is giving us what? 48. Okay, so that's it to this video on the statistics which came in 2024 GCE. Thank you so much. Remember to subscribe. This is the only way you can help the channel grow. Okay.